This is 007 Nightfire for the PS2. About an average game as you can get. The only bad memory I have of this game is waiting around 2 hours in the King of Prussia Mall to get it because the idiots at GameStop couldn't find it. But that's a different story for a different day, and this is a very good game. Played by the likeness of Pierce Brosnan. This game does have a storyline, although I didn't really pay attention to it or care about it at all. It has something to do with Nightfire, whatever that is. Although I usually like third-person shooter James Bond games, I did like this one, and I found it very playable. .007 Nightfire has everything you expect from a James Bond game. Bullets, car chases, and more explosions than a Michael Bay movie. Except when you play this, you don't have to be ashamed of yourself.
Head over those buildings. We'll cut them off.
And it even gives you hints if you're a wuss like me and plays on easy mode. How convenient. And I did say earlier that this game features the likeness of Pierce Brosnan, but the sound quality of the voice acting is so bad that for all I know, Sean Connery is voicing him. But one thing this game does have going for it that I like is the fact that there's gadgets, unlike the newer James Bond games, and more importantly, Q is in this game.
By the way, who are you? The name's Bond. James Bond.
From sniping out of a helicopter to doing an on-rails section on a snowmobile, there's always something different to do in 007 Nightfire. And that's what I like about this game.
James! They're closing the gate!
007 Nightfire has a lot of different guns and gadgets you can use, and one you're about to see me use here is one of my personal favorites. Car keys that are also a stun gun. Yeah. That is awesome, I'm not gonna lie. And then I was fooling around here. I didn't see how a laser wasn't hurting him at all. Because a laser to the back of the neck usually would kill somebody, so guns always work too. And then there's the driving sequences in this game, which are pretty much exactly the same as every other single James Bond game made by EA. I usually go in with both guns blazing and never take your foot off the gas pedal. Brakes are not necessary at all. And what James Bond game would be complete without the one-liners?
I'd give that dive a 3, actually. You're on a fool's errand, Mr. Bond. I've just locked the launch sequence. Nothing can stop Operation Nightfire, not even my own death. That's a theory I mean to test.
This is one of the cooler levels in the game, the space levels where there's no gravity and you have a laser gun. I'm not gonna. This is the last level, so I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but that's probably okay because I'm not even sure what happens anyway. Now here's where I decided where I'm going to try and punch out this astronaut with a laser gun. And it's not working out too well so far. We'll check back later and see what's going on here. And now we have multiplayer, which as you can see has a lot of game modes right here. And it's a lot like, if you know the game Medal of Honor Rising Sun, it is a lot like that. .007 Nightfire features many characters from .007 Nightfire itself, and also famous characters from other James Bond movies like Goldfinger, Renard, Scaramanga, just to name a few. There's a lot more in this game. In addition, each character has their own personality, and some of the characters you can even change their personality, like their move speed, their personality is actually one of them. The only thing about this game I don't like, which is why I said it was an average game, is its aiming system. Its aiming system feels very clunky and clumsy. The sensitivity seems kind of low, and the aim down the sight function, I understand it wasn't made in the era of aim down the sight, but it feels like it's a little slow and it could have been a lot better. It's kind of hard to aim, so you usually just have to like hip fire. And as you can see, it just goes to a little crosshair, but I'm hip fire. Yeah. You can see what I'm doing. But there is one thing you can do with multiplayer which I think is absolutely awesome, maybe even one of the best things ever. If you're playing as Oddjob, you can use his hat. You can actually use Oddjob's hat as a weapon in multiplayer. That is awesome. But it is hard to use, since it's basically a frisbee. Anyway, let's see how James Bond's doing punching out that astronaut. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. Let's just get back to the review now. Oh, I just got a kill with Oddjob's hat. Let's see that again in slow motion. And now in grayscale. And now in sepia tone. Alright, that's enough silliness. But to sum up this game, it's a decent game, but it could have been a lot better, I think. There are just minor things that by no means make it unplayable, but minor things that I believe they could have made better for this game. And that's all I have to say about that. If you don't know who that's from, I should slap you. And I'm serious. I will find you and slap you if you don't know what movie that's from.